I'm quite sure you get a lot of haters in your DM.
Well, not DMs, but comments.
Well, comments in the comments and stuff. Like, how do you handle that at such a young age?
I ignore it, and even knowing my parents will
Laugh at it, look at it.
yes, like my mom will snapshot like a comment and then send me what the profile pic looked like, and then just go off. It's just so funny, but not outwardly, obviously. But it's always just like in our group chats and our family group chats, or like it's just funny.
But you know, I've known that's that's become like a mental, like, what do you call it, the disease for younger kids that have to go through those things. How would you tell a young lady how not, or young kid how not to handle that kind of stuff? You know, everyone doesn't have a mother like yours that'll sit there, and it gets to some kids, and they're can do all kind of crazy stuff, worse than suicide, do crazy stuff, do stuff they wouldn't. How would you tell a young person to handle that?
It can be a lot, and I mean, sometimes you do think about what that person said, and I've learned, like, I used to say just ignore it, but sometimes you can't, because it's, comments are kind of like a real thing about just how real life is. You're gonna have people who hate you because they just do, and then they'll find different things to pick on you to bring you down, and I wouldn't say ignore it, because that's not real life. You know what I mean? It's not, you can't ignore like the bad stuff in the world because it's just there. You can't not watch the news because you just don't want to have that negativity. You got to watch the news to know what's happening. So I think figuring out or learning yourself and figuring out a way to cope with it is the best way to do it. Finding yourself and being confident in who you are, I think that helps a lot for sure. And I think when you work on yourself, you will look back at that comment and be like, what I mean? It's not gonna be that big of a deal to you because you love yourself. You know what I mean? Sure. You strive to make you happy, not other people. So I think that's important.
And many times, people don't even know you. They don't even know you. Sometimes people say stuff to me. I'm like, you have no idea. You're way off board, way off of who I am, and they just want to bother me. They just want to,
and it can be funny.
Just wonder, yeah.
That's
like, really?
That's why it's like I don't look at the comments, but when I see one, it's just like it's funny to me, because they don't know me at all, and that's the funny thing about it. So it's just a way that you just got to cope with it within yourself. I kill them with sarcasm.
I do the same thing.
Or just kill it with just like, not having it be that big of a deal in my mind.
Right.
So
that's cool.
That's what I mean by just learning yourself, so you don't have to worry about it.
Well, let me ask you, as a successful young black woman, do you have any pressures of feeling like you're a spokesman for young black women at all, or people idolize you? They want to, they look up to you, ask you questions. They probably DM you, ask you all kind of stuff. Help me with this, help me with that. Do you feel that pressure?
Well, sometimes I do. I think, but I think that's just me wanting to help and wanting to be a part of the culture and moving it forward. So the pressure is mostly me, to be honest. I'm putting that pressure on myself. Nobody is really putting it on me, but I just really want to make people proud and know and show them really what I'm capable of. You know, it's the worst feeling is to know what you're capable of, but you can't speak it or be out loud about it, or no one is looking at you. Like, that's the worst feeling, So having an amazing audience from all different ages, it being able to have that for them or be that for them is pretty dope. And sometimes I see acting or another something going on, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta be there for them because this ain't it.
Wow.
Sometimes I gotta be like, sometimes you see like, I'm pretty sure you see like comedians sometimes they're like, yeah, that wasn't funny, I gotta be there for them. You know what I mean? Like, let me be this, and help. I want to help. You know what I mean? So that's my main thing.
Well, okay, let me ask you on this, because we'll get on and off it about haters. But like, the thing you went through with Fenty, to be dressed like that, the backlash.
Ew.
Was that easy to handle? Was that something your mother helped you get through? Your father helped you through? That was,
That one was different because I was in the middle of a press run. Like, I was in the fantasy football press tour. So all that was going on while I was focused on something totally different.
Why?
So I really wasn't looking at it. I swear I wasn't. And my family would be texting me, and my aunts would be like, "Girl, are you okay? Girl, you look good, girl." Like, I'm like, what are y'all even talking about? Someone sent me like the shade room or something like
Sure.
they're talking about you, girl. You know I'm here for you.
Right.
I'm like, girl, I'm focused on these bullet points that I need to figure
Right.
out for fantasy football. Like I really was not, I really wasn't looking at it. But also too, I have fun. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
being in the Savage Fenty show was just one of the most coolest things ever to
that's
me.
right.
So, and I knew some was going to be like a breakthrough, obviously. People are going to be like, whoa, wait a minute. But sometimes you need to have those breakthroughs for people to listen and for people to be like, oh, she is growing up,
Right.
And the transition is hard, and that's why people, that's also why young actresses and actors go through this tough thing about getting jobs again, because it's just like, it's hard for that transition. People will always look at you as a certain thing, and it's really difficult.
Right.
And it can really take a toll on somebody that's trying to break through.
Right.
So I feel like I've been true to myself and doing what I love and saying yes to things that will make me happy and be goals for me.
Right.
And I've always wanted to be Rihanna at some point. So
Sure.
getting that, I was like, oh yes, I don't care what nobody says.
I know, that's
I'm
right.
doing it. So.
But you can understand why people kind of grew up on you as you're their baby, you're their little girl, whatever,
Right.
the cute little 10-year-old, 12-year-old. They're not ready to see you as a grown person. They're not ready. Damn, you ready to see yourself. You know what you're going through, but they feel like they're not ready to see you, and they will heaping that onto you. You got to be a grown woman. Eventually, who are they to say this is the time? This ain't the time for you to be grown. Like you was 17. I think you were 17 at the time. Maybe was that 18?
No, I was 18.
Oh,
I was 18.
You're legal. You can go to the army. She can go to the army. She can go to the Air Force. Come on now. She can drive a car.
I know.
What's wrong with y'all?
And it's crazy because they're like, oh, she's not 18 yet. And then I turn 18. They're like, oh, no, she just turned 18. Don't say that. I'm like, when
Right. What is
when
that?
will it be enough?
Right.
They'll be like, stop growing up. I'm like, dang, if I don't grow up, I'm going to die. You want me to die?
I heard that. Yeah, exactly.
to die.
And they be
That's
happy.
crazy.
And they be happy for her. She died at 17 and a half. All right,
I'm
we
like,
happy.
that's crazy. That's what y'all said. Y'all wanted it. No,
Right.
I'm kidding. But no, I mean, I think honestly there has been a breakthrough of some way, because I've honestly been hearing, oh, that's Marsai Martin. Like when people look at me, they're like, that's Marsai Martin, not that's Diane or that's Jordan.
There
or
you
that's
go.
whatever.
Right.
And that's the biggest
That's
thing for
powerful.
me. That's the biggest accomplishment for me. That I haven't heard that's Diane in like, it's been a long time.
Wow.
It's been a long time. And for me, I
That's
think
dope.
just the little details in that tell me that I'm on the right path and I'm doing good. And when they're like, I'm Marsai Martin, and I'm proud,
Right.
Like I'm happy. I'm happy with it.
Well, don't let the haters get to you. Continue to do what you do as far as that's
Appreciate
concerned.
it, yeah.
Get that grown woman look. Get them grown woman part. Well, young lady parts, whatever, not the little 15
Right.
and shove it down their throats constantly, and they'll shut up. They're like, you know what? Yeah, she fine. Yeah, it's working. I see her now. That's Marsai. That ain't Diane no more. You just shove it down their daggone throats. Damn them.
You know what's crazy? I'm not even being a grown woman. I'm just being 18. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not being older than.
Right.
You know what I
but
mean?
even 18, they figure.
Yeah, it's
they
like,
want you,
hey.
they want you at 12. Speaking of that, I heard I thought your mama was a grown man be trying to holler at you in the DM, too. Grown ass man. What the hell going on here, fellas? What's wrong with you?
You talk to them.
She just turned 18. You been in that DM for too long. You need your ass in jail. Give me the DM names. Send them to me. I got something for your ass. You DM her. Talking about you want to holler at you 42 years old. What's wrong with
42
you?
is crazy.
32.
No, not 40. Sometimes
Okay.
it's crazy.
22?
Yeah. Oh, of
All
course.
right. When you're 22, you can holler. But me and you got the same high school picture on this your ass.
Turn me up a little bit.
If you like that clip, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. In fact, why don't you hit both of them?